Did you know that perfectionism is just really fear of failure in disguise? Ugh, what a punch to the gut. I mean, right along with that is this whole concept that perfectionism is the enemy of progress. Ugh, another punch to the gut. Hey, I'm Margaret. I'm a mindset coach and an Unstuck specialist. And today we're going to talk about perfectionism and some of the myths that keep us embroiled and engaged in perfectionism that really don't serve us at all. So let's just dive in. The first myth is that perfectionism is me trying to be my best self and bring out excellence. Nope. Survey says no. So here's the reality. We're not striving for excellence. We're striving for approval. When we're trying to make it perfect, we just keep working on it and working on it and working on it because we're always going to find something wrong to tweak or change because here's the deal. We're too scared to turn it in. We're too scared to launch. We're too scared to share it because we are afraid of what other people are going to say, that they're going to reject us, that we are going to be seen as a failure. And so what do? We procrastinate. And let me tell you, creation is a great place to get lost in procrastination. I can tell you I have created courses, I have written books, and I will tell you, when you go back, you can procrastinate for hours, for days, for weeks. And guess what happens? Nothing gets done because you haven't turned in the chapter. You haven't finished the course. You haven't moved forward. You're just spinning in a circle trying to be perfect. So let's put perfectionism on the shelf and start moving forward with progress and start to work on facing those fears. Second thing I hear about perfectionism is that I can do it. I can really get there. Like other people are perfect. I can be perfect too. Okay, let's just be really clear. Perfectionism is a destination no one is going to get to. No one is going to be perfect. And you don't have to try. By aspiring to be perfect, all you're doing is repeating and sending the message back to you, I'm not good enough. And that's not the case. You are so worthy. But we are just so in the habit, and it becomes a habit of undermining ourselves over and over. And perfectionism is like that dog, chasing the tail. Because every time we try to be perfect, we fail, we're not worthy. Oh, we got to try to be perfect. It's time to break the cycle, okay? It's time to break out of the cycle. Another thing I hear is that perfectionism is the key to success. No, the key to success is getting out and making progress and trying and taking a risk. It's a risk that you're not perfect, but that's okay. No one is. That's the key we need to remember. No one is perfect. Lastly, perfectionism is a way to avoid failure. Nope. So sorry. It is not the case. The reality is that you need to reframe how you see failure. Failure is not failure. Failure is data. Failure is information. And the reality is by being perfect and attempting to be perfect, you are failing because you're failing at launching. You're failing at moving forward. You have to have progress. The reality is that failure is going to come whatever happens, right? But what is failure? And what does it mean and how personal we take it and all of those things, that's a whole nother discussion. But the reality is that by striving to be perfect, all it's going to do is keep you from moving forward. It's going to keep you stuck in fear. It's going to keep you feeding the message, I'm not worthy. And it's going to keep you stuck. So it's time to pack all that away and start taking steps to move forward. Now, if this message is something that hits home and you're like, oh, I think I need to work on some of this because you're struggling with perfectionism, then please subscribe. Check out my other videos. And if you want to learn more about how to start living unstuck, or maybe you want some help with living unstuck, then please message me because I truly want to help all of you get unstuck because a stuck is not a place that's fun to be. And feeling like you have to be perfect, oh, it's so hard on the soul. So hard on the soul. So check out my Thrive Hive community where other women are supporting each other in being themselves and loving themselves authentically and making progress and thriving.